confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Amon G. Carter Stadium in Fort Worth, home to the TCU Horned Frogs. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the TCU Horned Frogs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Horned Frogs will clear it away to start the game. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Using his legs, it's Spillman. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with second and short.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
The Aggies can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Power football with the run. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. Second down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed first down on second down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on third down.
And the Aggies are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Quarterback keeps it. Fights his way for a couple, but stops short of the marker. It's 4th and 1.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
First one of the day is on its way. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week. Only called on once. And he'll work his way on to return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. They go to the ground. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. When you have a conference as deep and balanced as this Big 12 is, it's important to get off to a quick start in conference play.
Yeah, you're going to be challenged each and every week here in the Big 12 Conference. Since they've expanded, the quality of this conference has gotten so much better. So, David, big challenge here to make sure mentally your mind is right starting this season off today.
Yeah, I mean, to make your dreams come true, it starts one game at a time, the old cliche. But the Big 12, year in and year out, so many different teams that can beat you, so many different teams that can put points up on the scoreboard. Got to start fast in Big 12 play.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. The give to the back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Back to throw, it's Dyer. It's complete to the left. Across the 25. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys, but that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. With the run on 1st and goal. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, looking for the score. Stuffed on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at 3rd and long.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. He's got the tight end. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. From the right hash, and this distance makes that angle not quite so severe. He got it. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
Well, this team knew coming into tonight's game they had to get momentum early, playing at home. They want to get the crowd into it, so you get a beautiful drive here to start this thing. You would have liked to cap it off with a touchdown, but listen, you set yourself up for a field goal, you knock it through the uprights, you've got the lead, everything right now looking good.
And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Right on the money. At the 40, there he goes. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a 1st down.
Well, they execute the end route. Now, how about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
After a big gainer on that first play, now they can really go for it on 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's McMillan. Caught behind the line, it's Grove. Across the 45. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move. Plays like that put just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use the great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yards.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Well, the defense watched film last week. They saw this running back catch multiple passes, and that hasn't been the case today. They are clamping down on him, always aware of him, especially in the passing game, and so far they've taken him away.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Working that left side now. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
On a big third down, love the discipline by the defense there. You got everybody with their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the football, showing good speed on D. Nice tackle. Love the team defense.
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Caught near the sticks. It's Hawkins. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Well, it's a heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that fourth down. But they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
Texas A&M back to work with another first down. To the ground with the back. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. To the air, it's McMillan. Makes the catch. Touchdown, Aggies! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point makes it 7-3. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Should be the last play of the quarter. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We've reached the break, and Texas A&M leads it. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. To throw, it's Dyer. Makes the grab.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
And the Horned Frogs come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the tailback. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. They're working that left side. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down.
With you coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Scanning the field, it's Dyer. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. Holding on the offense, accepted, so they'll back up and go at it again. The Horned Frogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. From the gun, running back on the move. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Really nice job by the defense that time, getting a stop. They've been really good so far in this one, shutting this guy down, not letting him break out. You've got the lead. It's tight, though. And you know the opponent is going to keep trying to run it. So can you keep this up here in the second half on defense? That's the question.
Quarterback making adjustments. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Horned Frogs send out the punt unit. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. A low line drive and not his best work. Probably not quite as good as he hoped as it goes out of bounds at the 20-yard line. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection. So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's McMillan. Makes the grab on the left. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be 1st down.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Picked off. What a way to set him up. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
QBs have to understand, when I'm throwing against zones, I got to manipulate guys in my eyes. I might have to look one direction to create an opening to throw that ball or zip that ball in. I got to use touch. It's really hard when all eyes are on me, and you can tell the quarterback was not ready and did not make a good throw.
Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Buying some time. They finally make the stop, and he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a 1st down.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back. He's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick them up and put them down, and I'm faster than most of your other guys, too, so good luck stopping him.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And for quarterbacks throwing the ball down this close to the goal line, because there's so many bodies in such a small space, oftentimes routes take a little bit longer to develop, and it forces quarterbacks to have to hold on to it a little bit longer. That's the risk and danger with throwing the ball. So
got some room, headed to the goal line, and he's knocked down.
This has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of a bend-don't-break mentality, right? Really bowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win this next third down, try to force the opponent into a field goal. That's a win if you're on defense.
This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces third and goal. Quarterback may change this route. Third and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. Touchdown, TCU! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
ACC action, fellas, and all week there's been intrigue about this one. It looks like a bunch of world beaters right now. I'm not sure I've ever seen this offense look this crisp. They're up 14 over NC State. We'll circle back if anything changes in this big-time ACC matchup. Guys?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Looking downfield, it's McMillan. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. He'll try to do it himself. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's third and long. Motion from the wide receiver. On third down, he drops to throw. Just missed on the connection, incomplete. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. Single back formation, and they give it to him. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking downfield, it's Dyer. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
This defense is a very well-coached unit, and they're very, very active, and they're very aware of what's going on. Everybody on defense there knew where the quarterback wanted to go with it. Everyone trying to get their hands in the air to swat it down.
The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather.
TCU.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. Quarterback making checks. They'll send the back in motion. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted. Taking it the other way. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Give to the running back. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies!
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution in the drive by that offense.
And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They stop him behind the line of scrimmage. He ran through one guy, but not through the rest.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football on the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
The Horned Frogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Dropping back, it's Dyer. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throwing right. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They had given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. 3rd down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Pocket breaking down. And he'll just get rid of that one.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Wants to go up top. This time it's complete. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's McMillan. Now he's going to break the pocket. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Hey, when you speed quarterbacks up like this, you hurry their thought process, they're going to make mistakes. That was a mistake there. Throwing into double coverage, obviously not something you want to do. Could have been worse. Nice job by the defense.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Stands in and takes the hit. Wide open, he makes the catch. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. From the red zone, looking for a man. Snagged out of the air. That should be the final play of the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Texas A&M has it teed up to start this second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. TCU has it back in the Horned Frogs go on offense. They start this third quarter, one-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Quick handoff. There he goes. The 20. Touchdown, Horned Frogs. They take the lead with the 6. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that.
Big time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible because he'll make it happen.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Oregon was anything but dominant today, but the Ducks are going to leave Autzen Stadium winners. A lot to work on, no question, but they avoid one in the L column. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. They'll go to the ground. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to pass, it's McMillan. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. And that's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player. and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that.
Really good coverage by this defense. They were aware of everyone on the field, and including the running back. A lot of times those guys get lost in the shuffle, but they saw him. They knew the ball was going to. They braked on it, did a good job, and got in his face just enough to cause him to lose some focus and drop that football.
And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
Those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
Quarterback strolling away from Heat. Going to try to get it himself. He can't quite get there on the scramble. Dangerous with his feet, but this defense rises to the occasion and forces a fourth down. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Catches it cleanly at the 20. He's brought down, but there's also a penalty marker down. Let's see what this is about. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty.
Let's go. Right. Single, single.
Off the play fake on first down. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Check. White 80, Brooklyn. White, set.
Off the play fake. Here's a Heat. He's going to run it. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
This is a defense that's going to be aggressive, and they're not going to just sit back and rush four guys on that play. They're going to send the blitz. You're getting smaller, faster guys fighting fire with fire. You know this quarterback is athletic, but we've got fast guys too, and that time, that was a great play call defensively.
And the Horned Frogs come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. To the air, it's Dyer. Zings it complete to the right. Turning it on. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8.
And I like it. 3rd down and short, and this offense stays aggressive, and now they're set up. Forget the field goal. We're not looking for 3 now. Now set up in a 1st and goal, trying to get a touchdown.
The Horned Frogs have it in scoring position on 1st and goal.
White 90, red 18. Red 18.
Quickly complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Back to pass. Wide out trying to get it in. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, TCU! They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they capped the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Texas A&m offense goes back to work. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
The play action fake. Buying some time as he moves left. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
QB's got to be able to play on so many different levels. They got to read coverages, know the snap count, know what everybody's doing, and then does a great job at the end making something out of nothing, making a positive play, picking up a new set of downs, a new set of problems for this defense.
Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Fires to the big fella. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
Dragged down at the 39, but he's got 5 yards, and they'll move the sticks.
And you know what? The best 3rd down offenses don't get to 3rd down. Really good job by the offense running the football. You could tell the defense got caught a little bit off guard, got a nice gain, popped one, got a 1st down. Who needs 3rd downs if you can just pound it down their throat on 2nd down?
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. What a grab along the left sideline. Got the foot down in a strong throw. Put it right on the money.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Texas A&m. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And the extra point pulls them to within 3, 24-21. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's recap that ACC matchup that has just gone final. Clemson had an impressive showing there in Death Valley, winning this one by double digits, although it felt like it could have been more. Somewhere even Trevor Lawrence is impressed with this one. We expected to see a shakeup in the ACC. It's bound to happen in this kind of game. But this type of win is a serious statement.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Off play action on 1st down. He'll pull it down and run.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48. And the Horned Frogs want to pick up the tempo. Off play action. Quarterback extends the play. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Breaks into the open. They make the stop, but barely, and they might need to regroup as we have come to the end of the 3rd quarter. TCU is holding the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They go back to work in the final period of this one. The give out of the gun. Jukes his way for more. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Back to pass, it's Dyer. Quick strike complete. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2.
They've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
Trying to find the end zone. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. They keep nudging it closer, but now it's 3rd and goal from touchdown home run. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They'll give it to the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
I think at this point of the game now in the second half, down by as many points as they are, it's going to be really hard for the offense to sprinkle in the run. They tried it there. It didn't work. I think you got to be thinking about the passing game now and start trying to identify playmakers out on the perimeter of the field that can get you back in this game.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Still on his feet at the 35. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
And this defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's a big-time moment. In the 4th quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
He'll keep it himself. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. And yeah, they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
Motion from the wideout. Dropping back, it's McMillan. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and it just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. The Aggies come to the line with a new set of downs. The pull and throw off the RPO. Oh, headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And that is just outstanding execution on that pass play. Great route by the receiver. Good timing on the throw by the QB. Receiver catches it in stride, turns on the jets, and is gone.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they draw closer. It's 31-28. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working, baby.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Using his feet, and they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Calls his own number. Through the defense. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down.
Man, it's so nice to have a QB that can do that can run and make plays when you need it. Late in the football game, trying to run this clock out, preserve the win. He picks up the big first down and keeps the clock moving.
We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. He might want another play. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And you get more and more hits on the QB like this right there, more and more making him scramble out of the pocket to the right. That's winning. He's going to start to see ghosts. He'll start to panic. He'll start to speed up that processor. Nice job by the defense making that quarterback feel very, very uncomfortable.
Quarterback will keep it. That's a fumble on the play. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Man, and it was just the impact of the hit that dislodged the football from the ball carrier. There was a heat-seeking missile coming in there, and he knocked that thing loose.
The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. They're looking for an advantage to the right. There he goes. Touchdown, Aggies. And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth.
What a great job by this offense. And listen, I judge offenses by what they do in the clutch, in those big moments and right before the half, in the fourth quarter, late in the game, just like right here. You need a score. You got to go take the lead. They do everything they can. Now, defense, you're up. I need you to give me a stop.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the ACC. Pittsburgh is down right now, but this young man under center has shown some moxie today. We could see a legend born in the Steel City. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to NC State. It wouldn't be the ACC if there weren't this kind of storyline, guys, and we promise to keep you posted.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. From the gun, they'll try the middle. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
And that 2-minute drill, man, you're searching for those first downs. You got to find it. Sometimes it's a run. Sometimes it's a screen. Whatever it is, they choose to run the football here. Still time, but we're still in that hurry-up situation.
The Horned Frogs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. A run for the quarterback. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
QBs that can run completely change your game plan. I mean, every single bit of it. You have to understand now as a pass rusher, I got to keep him in the pocket. I got to understand all the zone read concepts and the power read and the jet read, all the different things they can do to you. So, having a guy back there at the helm that can run the football, you better be alert of it from the first play to the end of the fourth quarter.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looks as if he's going to run it. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Gets it out quickly. Big pickup before he goes out of bounds, but there is a flag. We'll have to see if it stands. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. First down for this offense. Wants to throw. It's Dyer. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming.
Nice job by this defense. You go dime package. Why? Because you know the offense is going to throw the football. Great job matching up. More skilled players on more skilled players. More speed on the field to defend the pass.
Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Wants to pass. The clock an enemy. Throws to the tight end. Finds a man on the right. And he gets out of bounds to stop the clock. They've got a first down. They're in plus territory, and they've got a chance to win the game. He knew exactly what they needed there, made the play, and got out of bounds to stop the clock.
Yeah, and you got to keep this turbo mode on, right? We got to keep going fast. The clock's running down. Fourth quarter, need a score. Great execution to get the first down. We need a lot more of this on this drive.
Looking downfield on first down. Trying to escape and get it himself. Timeout is called by the offense. They have 14 seconds left.
I got to be honest. I know the defense respected this guy's running ability. I don't know, though, if they knew it was this good. He has been gashing them in this game with his legs, and already you're seeing the defense now make some adjustments to slow this guy down. They were able to get him to the ground. He's still got a couple yards, but this has got to continue for this defense. You know he is going to carry the ball.
Looking to pass, and they don't have a lot of time to work with. Complete to the right. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. And the Horned Frogs had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Steps away to find some room. Blasted as he lets it go. Touchdown, TCU! And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
Man, what a great job by this offense executing down the field, using all of the clock, being smart, getting the big score late, and I think that one should do it.
And he puts it down the middle, and the lead is 3 here in the final period. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air, it's McMillan. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And a tremendous way for this defense to finish. The interception as the clock reaches 0. It came down to the final quarter. Bunch plays, guys delivered, and they get a close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.
Correct, and you don't know until the games, right? You don't know when those moments present themselves. How are they going to handle it? Great job handling a close game, executing down the stretch like they needed to.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.